This is 1116 Michael Avenue in Deltona. The family of the owner is still painting and getting some of the stuff out of the house, so it's not finished, but I wanted to get this video shot and get it up to you. The home's in generally pretty good condition. It's a newer roof. The air conditioning is pretty good, also newer. It's a 2-bedroom, 1-bath with a 1-car garage. The neighborhood's pretty good. There's going to be some stuff out in the street here. As you can see, they're cleaning the house out. You got some newer homes next door. I believe that's probably a rental. Well, it's going to be for rent. It's a for rent sign out in front of it. Vacant lot there. But the homes are generally in pretty good condition here. It's not a bad little spot. This will be probably, when we're done with it, one of the nicest ones. It's pretty good sized lot. What we do is we clean out these and probably plant some stuff in here so it looks good. There'll be some shrubs that we want to do in the front there to dress up the front of the property. It's going to need painting on the exterior. Obviously you've got the brick facade there, but this is about ready for a new coat of paint. Structurally it's nice. There's not a lot of settling cracks and so forth, but it's a little chalky, so that we'd want to clean that and then paint it, and we can get a good deal on that. It's a concrete block home, as you can see. Really nice condition. We don't see any settling cracks. The vinyl up in the gables in great condition. The soffit material is all in nice condition. So the fresh coat of paint, that looks good. It's a nice sized yard, as you can see. In the back there's a storage shed that's in nice condition. This is an elderly gentleman that owned this property, and he passed away. And so his son is selling it. There's an irrigation system here, so we can keep the grass looking really nice. And you can see it just a nice coat of paint would be great on this one. Looks like a little piece of gutter we need to put right on the end there, or a downspout there. This is a porch that was added on. It was done properly. It was permitted. This is wood frame. He was using it as a workshop. Now this, we might want to spend a little bit of money on and actually put bigger windows in here. We can talk about what it would cost to make those openings larger and have bigger windows. So instead of a workshop, it would actually be used as a Florida room or as a porch. It's air conditioned, and I think if it were my property and it wasn't a whole lot of money, I think I'd like to see if we could get windows that come down much further and really open up the views and make that a porch. That's in good condition there. We just need to paint it. The fence there probably belongs to the neighbor. It's fenced back here, at least partially. Yeah, it looks like it's mostly fenced back here. We probably want to get those vines cleaned up a little bit. Okay, it's a nice size yard, as you can see. There's a little screen enclosure to get into what would be the porch there. It's kind of unusual. And then he's added a screen enclosure out here, which is really nice. And then there's a carport for additional parking. This shed is in actually pretty good condition. It's all aluminum. It's nice and watertight. So somebody would like that for storage. You could put there's a ramp for a riding lawnmower to go in. And the gentleman that owned this house, he was a craftsman. He liked to do woodworking and things of that nature. So the home next door is not as well kept. There's stuff out in the porch. There's a boat in the backyard. Some people in Deltona do. That house is not in as nice a condition as ours. But this is going to be listed at $59,900. Here you can see the screen porch. This is in really nice condition. We'll see that from inside. The air conditioning system is newer. I think it's within a few years old. It's also underneath here, so it stays out of the out of the weather. This is a carport that was added on when they did the porch. So extra parking here. I think somebody would really enjoy that. And again, the concrete block looks like it's in nice condition. Soffits, the gables, everything up there looks like it's in nice condition too. Okay, so that's nice. Now there'll be people in this house, so we'll just video around them. Okay, well, it's got a one-car garage. Here they are. You don't have to run now. Susan didn't want to be in the video today. So this will all get cleaned out, but it's a deep garage. It's over 20, I think I measured 24 foot deep. You know, it's got a garage door opener. There's pull down stairs into an attic. The water heater looks like it's in average condition. The washer dryer stays, so somebody might like that a lot for a rental. This used to be a wall air conditioner. That's been removed when they put on the back porch, as you'll see, the workshop. So there's really nothing we need to do. If somebody wanted to cover that up, we could, but it doesn't hurt anything the way it is. Okay, the electrical components seem to be okay. We of course have this house inspected. There's cabinets with a sink out into the garage, so pretty nice. So inside, there's a screen door here. I'll take you back out front. We'll probably get rid of that. I've got a nice box with the address. This screen door probably goes. I'm not a big fan of those. It's kind of a security door, if you will. Now, you know, we clean this. We may do some touch-up paint. We may have to paint the front door another color, but that's okay too. The interior is they're just finishing up the paint on that now. All the trim and the walls have been painted. The carpet's old. You know, it's in pretty good condition, but I don't think we'd keep it. My suggestion would be, if this was my property, I'd probably tile the entire house, since, you know, it's not huge. It's got ceiling fans, 8-foot ceilings, which were about, you know, what you'd expect at that time. So at this side of the house, you've got still paint in the kitchen. That's all right. You know, base graded cabinet. You see a lot of these. They're nothing fancy, but they're in nice condition. And I think for a rental property, it would be just fine. I don't mean to chase you out now. We'll probably go and replace. That's a real old faucet. The sink's in nice condition, but just as a preventative, we usually go and replace faucets and stuff like that. Plumbing looks like it's fine under here, and of course during the inspection we get a closer look. This has a vinyl floor. You know, it's coming up in spots like there, and as I said, we probably would want to tile the entire home and really dress it up. Fridge is in you know, average condition. It's an 18 cubic foot Kenmore. Probably has a lot of life left in it. Okay. Base grade over range, but that's fine. Exhaust fan, let's see, probably, you know, it just recycles it doesn't vent to the outside. So, you know, it's a small kitchen area, but it's fine. It's got a window. I think the ladies would like that. It's got a nice little breakfast area right here, you know, with the fan and everything. And so here's the what he was using as a workshop. This is wood frame construction, but it's really well built. It was permitted. It's got the appropriate hurricane straps and so forth. But you can see, you know, most people wouldn't use that as a workshop. If you could visualize maybe putting real tall windows in here, you know, lower the windows so you bring the view from the outside in here, I think this would make a great Florida room. Now, it's got a painted concrete floor, which we could possibly leave as is. Some people put indoor-outdoor carpeting on them. Some people tile it. You know, there'd be some touch-up and paint to do out here. But it's a really good space. It's really well built. It's air-conditioned, so it truly could be used year-round. By the way, there was a vent out in the garage. That garage could be air-conditioned as well. So that would be my suggestion for here. It would either be on both walls, this wall and the back wall, to do the windows, or simply make the windows bigger here. And if that's of interest to you, I can get you a number on what it would cost. Okay. There's a little bit of touch up and trim work to do here, as you can see. Just a piece of trim by the sliding glass door. Not a big deal. Here's a timer box for the irrigation system. Okay. And then we'll go around to the other side of the house. But this space is nice. It's a simple floor plan. It's small, but it's really nice. I think people would enjoy it. Now, the one thing that does hurt it a little bit is it's a one-bathroom house. You have storage here. Here's the bathroom. Now, the tile's in acceptable condition. If we tile the rest of the house, we'd probably bring the same tile in here. At some point, they've replaced that vanity, so that cabinet's pretty nice. That could definitely stay. Toilet looks like it's in good condition. May have to get a couple new screws. And the tub, the tub's okay. It's, they've been cleaning up the caulking and stuff around here. We would check and make sure that it doesn't need to be redone during the inspection. It's a few $100s if we have to retile the whole thing. I don't know that we would, but we'd check that out during the inspection. I would probably want to get rid of this whole enclosure here, and whoever uses it could use a shower curtain, and that way it just stays cleaner. Because otherwise you get this, you get these, it collects dirt and soap, grime, and things of that nature. So there's a lot of cleaning up to do here, but that's to be expected. Okay, so I'm trying to point out, and that tile's been repaired back there, so there was a plumbing leak at one point, so we'll have to see if we want to retile this whole bathtub. And if we do, it's a few $100s. Not a huge expense, and it would really, freshen up the bathroom, make it look more contemporary. Alright, gonna need some paint in here and so forth. All this carpet would go, and then we could either recarpet the bedrooms or we could tile them as well. Rooms are pretty nice size for 2-bedroom. Ceiling fans are in place, has window blinds, probably could stay. And the other bedroom's back here. So, I think ideally a 3-bedroom home would be your best investment, but a 2-bedroom home, we rent them out with good success. I don't know that the future appreciation is as good as a 2-bathroom home would be, but certainly I like the location. I think this home is well built. It's been well cared for. And with a few minor updates that we did, specifically the flooring, the faucets, a little bit of landscaping, that sort of thing. It could be a really cute property. And I think it would have a positive ROI for you. And I think we could do just fine with that. So, if you do make an offer on it, it'll be subject to an inspection. Usually within a week of our offer, and so that would be the next step. If you like it, I'll get the paperwork over to you. We'll get an offer in, get it over to the sellers to evaluate, get the inspection scheduled. All right, get this uploaded, and I'll look forward to your impressions. Thanks.